and welcome back. This is episode 153 of NooBTooB, Weekly Independent Podcast, where Yuzo and I are playing Wii Sports Resort. I don't know if you've seen this, but I'm doing the sword fighting. It's pretty friggin' awesome.
Yeah, dude, I love it, but that is nothing. Have you seen the new secret menu yet?
Secret menu?
Yeah, dude, all you gotta do is do up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, and start.
You are yanking my dick. There's no way the Konami code works on the Wii. Hold on a second.
Yeah. Check it out.
I'll be goddamn!
Alright, so you gotta try Ride the Fat Chick. It is so wrong. You can even use the balance board, but you don't actually need it.
Alright, here we go. Alright. This is,
That's pretty easy, right?
It's not so hard. It says tutorial, press A to take away her Twinkie. Alright, so whoa! Jesus Christ! Alright, that was weird.
It's pretty cool, though.
Alright, what else is there?
Alright, so, chick, there's over there. Oh, don't do Wii Girls 1 Cup. I still have nightmares. Terrible.
Ooh, that
Terrible.
sounds really gross.
But
so what is this one over here? It says Reggie's Pleasure Palace.
I haven't tried that one yet.
So that's Reggie, the president of Nintendo. It's why is he taking his pants off? Oh no, Reggie, no, Reggie, take Yuzo. I'm too young to die.
No. Jesus, that was close.
Reggie and your enormous penis.
Your Wiimote. I'm Yuzo Watanabe.
And I'm Tobin Kazire, and this week we're talking about Wii Sports Resort, Fat Princess, Tiger Woods PGA Golf, Daxter on the PSP, and Bookworm Adventures 2.
Dose. And our new releases include Fallout 3, Mothership, Zeta, DLC, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time Reshelled, and what is this shit, dude? Did you put this on here? All right, Sexy Poker, Daisy Fuentes Pilates. I don't know, we're in Gaming Dead Zone, but let's get started with Wii Sports Resort.
All right.
They could use a couple more events in that.
It's the box, y'all.
That's right.
What?
We ran out of sake.
No more complaining about the box. The box is always with you. Even when the box isn't here, the box is always with you.
It's in spirit.
It's like the Force, really.
Yeah.
Except it makes you dumb.
But very happy at the same time.
Makes you confident and beautiful to women.
Makes women beautiful to you.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
It's awesome.
I don't even mind that, like some of the girls I dated in college, once I drank enough, I was like, psh,
whatever.
One eye, you're wall-eyed, it's all good.
As long as it's an innie, not an outie, that's all you need.
Good eye, yeah. Okay, Wii Sports Resort.
So we've been waiting for this for a while. It's actually it's all about the new Wii Motion Plus. So you can actually see.
Yeah.
It's the attachment. It even comes with a special condom to fit the extra length.
It seriously makes it feel like you're waving around a dong. Like
pretty much.
I'm not even trying to be juvenile about. Well, I'm being juvenile about it. But
yeah.
Seriously, it's a big dick. It looks like a big.
Yeah.
Dong.
It's in a condom too, which doesn't really help the whole thing. But
you don't have to play the condom. Like you can just slap the Wii Motion thing on the bottom and play. You don't need it.
And it's a little weird. Like I was telling you before that when you add it on there, it really screws up with when you hold it sideways.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. It is easy
take it on and off.
Yeah, it is easy to take on and off for the most part, but it's kind of annoying.
But it is very good. Like it works fantastically.
Surprisingly, well, it depends on the event, and I think that's more of a gameplay thing than something else. So Wii Sports Resorts has what 12 or 15, 12 different events, which is a lot more than the original. And they even bring back bowling. They bring back golf. I think that's it, right?
That was it.
The ones they bring back. But they have a whole bunch of additional things, and I'm curious what you thought about most of them.
Yeah, I would say like I enjoyed a small number of them.
I enjoyed 3-4-ish for the most part.
Yeah, so like 1/3 of them. But I mean, generally speaking, I got to say this game is pretty disappointing.
Really?
Well, I mean, like you said, like out of 12, there's 3 or 4 good ones, and the rest are seriously shit.
But they're pretty good.
They are pretty good.
They're pretty good. So let's talk about at least some of the good ones. I really, really like sword fighting.
That's my favorite. Sword fighting is absolutely my favorite.
And it really gives me a lot of hope for eventually when LucasArts makes the lightsaber game.
Yes.
At some point, it's going to happen.
So what's the sword fighting game
So
like?
sword fighting is you basically holding it like, actually it's good we have this here, right? So you're holding it like this, and they ask you hold like this, and then you start doing that, and it basically matches your sword. Right. The sword on the screen matches your
And if you pull the trigger, it goes into block mode.
Yeah, and you hold it, and you're like this. And basically, the strategy is you watch how your opponent is holding the sword. So if they're holding it right, you need to hold it like this to block.
Yes.
Or if they're going to go for a thing down like this, and it's good.
It's the perfect counterexample to Wii boxing, which just showed when you have sloppy motion controls, what shit that like Wii Boxing was the worst goddamn game in the world.
Absolutely.
But this, it knows. I mean, you can move your hand like a quarter of an inch, and you see that sword on screen moving.
Exactly.
And they actually do the sword fighting really well. When people swing, you have to get it right at the right angle.
Yeah.
And like, there's the one-on-one sword fighting, but I love
the battle.
I love the battle where they're
so
just like,
awesome.
all right, here's a path. You need to walk from this end of the path, this end, and there's 30 dudes that want to fuck your shit up.
Absolutely. It feels like I'm in the old samurai things where all of a sudden it's like, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, like, they cut in half and they fall.
Yeah. And like, you can get these
So
things
awesome.
where it's like, sometimes you're fighting guys one-on-one, and sometimes you have to hit them several times to kill them, and sometimes you'll get these lucky things where you swing like this, and 4 dudes like, and you're just like, oh, you got knocked the fuck out.
It feels good. It feels really good. And it gets harder, too, because at some point you're starting to see people, block. Because when you block, or anytime they block, you hit it, you're like, like that, right?
You get stunned.
You get stunned, yeah.
And they can come after you.
Yeah. So that one, sword fighting, excellent.
Yes.
Absolutely well done. I really like archery.
I like archery, too.
I mean, just the feel of it, like what you're doing, again, like this, right? So you actually have to swap hands.
Yeah.
And you hold up the thing, and this actually, does the bow.
Right.
And this is the hold back,
Yeah.
which is pretty awesome. So you go like that, like this, right?
And it feels good. It was the one game I was playing. So I was playing through Wii Sports, and that was the one that my wife wanted to hop in on. So I was doing it, and she's like, "That looks awesome! Like I want to try it." And she got up and she did it. So I mean, that is another one where the accuracy feels really good.
Yep.
The you hear the stretch of the string.
And like,
exactly. You're just moving your hands in the air, and you're just like. Oh, it's like you're straining like it's hard.
Well, because like you look at the screen, it's like it's kind of shaking a bit. You're like, so like as far as like immersiveness, those two, awesome.
Very cool.
There's a lot of bad ones, dude.
That's true. So there's a couple that I thought were kind of entertaining. There was
really your medium ones. Yeah.
So the medium ones for me was the frisbee stuff. So
I didn't like that one.
Oh, you didn't like frisbee?
Well, just because
I like frisbee golf. I didn't like frisbee dog.
Okay, I didn't actually try frisbee golf. So I did frisbee golf, and I'm like, fuck this. I was frisbee dog. And
Frisbee dog was not fun.
Okay. So how does the golf
frisbee
work?
golf? It's just basically you and then the hole at the other end, and you actually have to do the way you angle your hand does if it curves left or right, and you kind of get the power on the throw.
Like that a little bit
so that was actually more fun.
And then you have like different pars and all that stuff.
And you actually have different frisbees. So you have like a driver frisbee, a putter frisbee.
Do you have a sandwich frisbee?
A sandwich frisbee.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. So
that's cool.
That was pretty fun.
Okay.
So that was like one of my medium ones, and then
I still like bowling. Bowling feels so much better with this one because
control.
you'd go and you could basically make it go straight, all the way to the right, all the way to the left. Now I can actually feel the nuance.
Yes. You can get a real good, get some really good English on the ball.
Yes.
You can get a nice twist on it.
Yeah. So excellent there. I didn't play golf.
So the other ones, then you get these things that were thrown in as if nobody ever play tested them. They weren't fun.
Yeah.
Like the fucking bicycle one.
See, I didn't.
The bicycle one was surreal. It was just like, all right, so move your hands to pedal, and you're like, okay, that's kind of cool. You don't mean the whole race, do you? Yes, they do.
Yep.
This is it for the whole race. And they're like, yeah, use a burst of energy, pedal a little bit faster. And it just made me so angry that somebody thought that was fun. Like there was nothing.
Maybe it's an exercisey type thing, right? I mean,
I guess.
Maybe you get you get buffer arms as a result. But like I felt the same way about wave racing. Wave racing. You're going like this all the time, and basically you have to go to the right.
Oh, wait,
and
you mean the wave jumping?
Yeah, the wave jumping. So then you basically go here, and once you hit the wake, you go like this. And then you have to like wobble to go down. It's just like it's so repetitive.
Yeah, it's awful.
Oh, so annoying.
The wave rider I hated.
Yeah.
Where you're basically steering like this and you're just trying to go through targets, but it's just like it doesn't. You can twist it to accelerate, but there's other steering mechanisms that are better than that. Like these are just one of these things where they had a couple good games. They're like, we really need to fill this out, guys. We need to put some other stuff in there.
Did you hear about Miyamoto? So like apparently when they were talking about Wii Sports Resorts, they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna have blank.
Yeah.
Right? And apparently they're like Shigeru, we have not implemented that yet.
What you mean like he announced it like E3?
Well, he talked about it to some news organization, and they're like, they had like 6 weeks to come up with some of those sports. And it shows. I mean, I doubt that.
Let me guess that bicycling was one of the ones that they were just like, oh.
Possibly.
we should write this tomorrow. It ships next week.
Yeah. And granted, if you look at some of those games, they probably weren't that complicated. But like archery, archery was pretty. It seems to me like it was tuned really well, the sword fighting really well. There's a few other games. So,
those two were the shining stars, right? Those are the ones where it just looked like they just did over and over. And if you notice, those are the ones they showed at E3, right? They showed the archery.
That's true.
They showed the sword fighting.
But here's the thing. So you break it down to a NooBToober out there. Here's your choices, right? You buy Wii Sports Resort for $55, I believe.
Yeah.
And it comes with Wii Motion Plus.
Right.
Or you spend $20 and don't have anything to play with it, basically.
Right. Yeah.
What would you do?
Yeah, I mean, you got to get it.
Is it a $35 game? Because that's what it is, right?
It is.
To me, with those two, especially considering the fact that a lot of the games I think are much better multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like the canoeing, I thought was okay, but I can see like if you had 2 or 3 people like going like this and like hitting each other in the same boat.
Yeah,
right?
I can see that. I mean, it would be better. Like, and it's one of those things where it's like if you've got a family that you guys are going to do this together, a lot of these things will be more entertaining. So I mean, it's okay. It just to me it doesn't quite feel up to the par that we expect from Nintendo at this point. Like we kind of expect that they come out with these things that are like absolutely.
But if you think about it, it's exactly like Wii Sports when it first came out. All we really liked was bowling and golf for the most part.
That's true. So we liked half of it.
We like half
so
of
I
it.
guess
So,
it's about the same. It's about the same as that was.
And if you look at all your other options, you have Tiger Woods where you can buy Wii Motion Plus.
Yep.
You're going to have to buy pretty much a game.
Yeah.
So Wii Sports plus
going
3
forward,
of these.
They're going to want you to have this on everything because basically what they did is they're like, this is how the Wiimote should have been when we shipped it. We added in the correct amount of accuracy. So going forward, they're going to have more and more games that want to use
and you
those.
have to get it.
Of course, you're going to have to get it. So you might as well get it.
So I do have one complaint about this. It's about the pure technology of the Wii Motion Plus.
Yeah.
Every single event you do, and also sometimes within the thing, you have to recalibrate. And they do it in kind of subtle ways where, like, okay, with sword fighting, you got to point at and push A, right? You got to do that.
Yep.
Other times, they actually make you get really explicit and say, okay, you got to put it on a thing and wait 5 seconds.
Yeah.
For me, it really kills the energy.
It pulls you out of the game.
And that actually scares me because you think about it, if Nintendo couldn't figure out how to reduce the number of times you need to recalibrate, what about a third party? They're going to totally,
Yeah, they're going to fuck it up.
And you can even tell in sword fighting where actually, you'd start doing it, it wouldn't match. It'd be like this while you're going like this.
See, I never had that.
Really?
Because they kept saying the thing, they're like, if you see that your calibration is off, hit plus and recalibrate.
Yeah.
But I mean, the whole time I played, I never once felt like it was off.
Oh no, there's another way where if you point at and push down instead of doing the hold plus and do it down.
Oh, okay.
So that was actually more of a quicker calibration.
Yeah.
I had to do that pretty much every other round.
No shit.
Yeah. So maybe it was the way I was waggling.
And it could even be individual Wii Motion Pluses, which would be really scary. Like there could actually be different quality. Oh, that'd be terrible.
But see, that scares me about this. If Nintendo can figure it out, how bad is it going to be?
Yeah.
Especially comparing it to like some of the stuff we saw on PS3 and with Natal. I mean,
well, I still will believe what we saw on PS3 and Natal when I have it in front of me because there's a lot of things that you can do in a tech demo.
That's true.
Where it's like they avoid the areas that they know are busted. Right.
That's true.
So
yeah. So hopefully, I'm hoping it's a software thing that they'll be able to fix it a while. So I'm going to say you can't rent it. You got to buy it.
I say thumbs up.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a fun experience. It's a good time. It's a really good family game in the same way that Wii Fit was, and the games that are good are really good. But it's just
and we're not going to play next week.
Yeah,
pretty much. I mean, that's the general feeling that I'm getting. So
yeah, and it's one of those things where when my mom comes to visit or when people come over, I can totally imagine showing them archery. I can totally imagine them showing them sword fighting. How
many of these did you get?
I just got one.
Too.
I know.
So what kind of fuck?
I'm going to buy another one. I'm going to buy another one because like the thing is I definitely want to be able to bust that out at a party or something where people will do sword fighting against each other.
Yep. And 2's probably okay. Like 4 is.
I'm not buying 4.
Right.
Yeah.
That's $80. So that's a bit much. But the next up we have a PSN game.
PSN game. So we have Fat Princess.
Whoop.
Yes.
Fat Princess is a game. It's kind of like a mainly multiplayer only game. You can play by yourself with bots, but it's basically a multiplayer game. Capture the flag,
right?
Basically, right?
Pretty much. I mean, that's what it comes down to. They've got different modes. They've got deathmatch.
Yes.
They've got capture the flag.
3 times.
Yeah. I thought there was one more that was kind of weird. It was like.
It was capturing the outpost. It was like Battlefield where
that's right.
Holding the outpost.
You get points for holding the outpost. Exactly. That's right. So that's nice that they threw in the different multiple modes of play. And
the combat overall is very reminiscent to me to Castle Crashers.
Yes.
So like not just the style, because it's all cartoony and it's really well done. The graphics are awesome. Actually, I really like them. But the combat is very kind of just like button a lot of times.
Right.
And what you could do, you can hold it down and do a much more powerful attack.
But a lot of the interesting things in the combat don't come from what you're doing individually. They come from the way that you gather with other people. Because I mean, it's just in this, everyone's attacks are roughly equivalent. So you're looking at a much more thing where it's like you're running up there and there's 4 dudes, you're gonna die. You could be the best player in the world, you're gonna die.
Well, it depends, right? Because there are some subtle nuances of like different strategy, right? Because you can be the wizard,
right?
And if you hold down a certain amount of time, if you have the ice wizard, if you have the upgrade, you can freeze them and escape.
That's true,
right? And you can do a lot of damage.
I mean, if you tried to fight them, but yeah, I mean, if
you're fucked. Yeah.
So I mean, it's just like it's not one of these things where you can be like ultra mega. I can headshot these 7 dudes, right? I mean, it's
3 against 1. Actually, 2 against 1, you're fucked for the most part, right?
Yeah, so I mean, it's really a lot of it is just you and your buddies. It's like you get a healer, you get a magician, you get a blah blah blah, and you guys all run up together and kind of do the coordination of it is what is key.
Yeah, and the combat part of it is great. What I actually like they added a worker element. So you can so the way you change classes, you get a hat from the machine. So there's a bunch of machines, you pick up a hat. If you're the worker, what you can actually do is you can pick up wood, you can pick up rock, and then go back to your place and upgrade all your shit.
That's right.
Which is kind of cool because there's certain, like for when I was playing like Battlefield and all that, like I wanted to be the builder, right? I wanted to be like the engineer and various other things. Like it's kind of neat.
Well, it's not even just upgrading. Like the really cool thing about it is that there might be one path to the enemy's gate.
Yeah.
The worker can go and build a bridge somewhere else. I mean, it's just like they can repair the front door if it's broken. They can build a bridge over a chasm, which gives you a shortcut to the enemy's base.
You can also build the catapult.
Yeah,
so
the catapult.
It's a thing in your base where you can actually, go across the map, basically.
Yeah. So they basically added a lot of ways where it's like if you don't want to be straight combat, you can be a support class, you can be a healer, or you can be a worker, you can do these other things. So that is pretty well done.
It's pretty well done.
Oh, and the main goal is that you're breaking into the other castle, stealing the princess, and bringing her back, and they can be feeding cake to the princess so that she's so fat that you have to get like 4 dudes to carry her back. So like you've got this kind of defensive element of feeding the princess. So all that's pretty cool.
And like they have outposts, you can do all the other stuff. But when we played it, we play multiplayer online.
Yeah, and there's not that many people playing it.
No.
And the funny thing is like this is one of those games where it requires critical mass.
You got to get critical mass, and you got to actually have a big group of friends.
Yes.
I mean, even if it was just me and you, and we had a bunch of other people, it's just like we're kind of talking to each other, we're talking shit. It's just like you really need up to 32 people. Obviously, you can have smaller maps, but up to 32 people of everybody like talking and coordinating.
You and I couldn't get enough classes together. I mean, like we hopped on. We're like, oh man, this is gonna be awesome. 32 people are gonna join our game, and it'd be like, boop, like
one guy.
2 dudes join.
The rest bots, and it's just not.
And the bots aren't that smart, and you can't collaborate with them. Like the bots, you can't just go on and be like, all right, you get a healer and you get a mage. We're gonna go run up. I'm gonna hit the front door while you guys guard me. I mean,
exactly.
This game is good. It's really well done, but it's honestly not good without a lot of people.
And I don't know how to fix it because really you can say like go buy it, but it's like chicken and egg, right? Because if only one guy out there buys it, they're going to be like, well, fuck, what did I just buy that for? I'm playing by myself most of the time, or I'm playing with 16 on 16, and there's only 3 real people.
Right. Well, the weird thing is we got a bunch of comments on YouTube. People like, you got to review Fat Princess. Fat Princess is coming out. It's going to be awesome. Fucking Fat Princess, blah, 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 blah. And then we played it. And then where were you guys? It's just like one of these things where...
We did play at midnight, PST. I mean, I could maybe during like...
while we're at work. Maybe while we're at work, there's a bunch of people playing. But I mean, it definitely is one of these things where I got to say, unless it becomes more popular, it's not going to do it for me. Because you and I were playing, and we saw all of the elements. It was like looking at all of these things. We're like, this has got like very nice foundations. The windows are really nice, but this building is just fucking useless without anybody in it.
It's kind of like a bordello without any women.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what.
So it's hard to criticize the game on that respect. But on the other hand, I have to say, I spent some money on it, and I didn't get all that much fun out of it. So I mean, I gotta kind of ding it for that.
But I
mean, it's not the game developers' fault. They made a good game and nobody's playing. So what are we going to do? I mean, like, we need to hop on again. And try different hours.
Maybe during the weekends. I think we might get some more, and maybe like in advance. Because if you go to our events page in the forums, there actually is a Fat Princess thread saying everybody go play, share PSNs and all that stuff. But
so we'll report back if we can get another better game together. I mean, the thing is, like, we hopped online to play some Splosion Man last night, and we're like, hey, where was Fat Princess? We're like, hey, Splosion Man, boom, we got a full party of people to play.
We got more than enough, actually. People were like, I want to play too. We're like, sorry, dude.
Yeah, our
that's
party's
cool.
full, And then it was just, like, we go Fat Princess, and seriously, one dude in our party was like, what's Fat Princess? So, I mean, people haven't even heard of it. People, so whatever. It's not their fault.
If there's a lot of people playing, awesome for us until we find more people to play.
unless we can get a good party together.
Yeah, dude, it's an awesome game. I mean,
it is. It's
it
a pretty
feels
cool
like
game.
it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it just needs more people or better bots. Honestly, the bots are kind of shit.
Even better bots. You just need that element, right?
You
of
need the
coordination.
human,
yeah, it's just not going to work.
I want to be able to rub it in somebody's face when I steal their bitch ass princess.
That's right.
Or if she calls me daddy, I took your princess, took her back to the locked her in the little jail. You know,
that's right. For a little later,
got some loving time.
But yeah, it's like I want to be the worker and like know that I went out and grabbed fucking 18 pieces of cake and I fed this princess.
Yeah.
And I watched this one little archer try to carry that fat bitch around.
Oh God, you fat bitch!
It was worth it. It was so worth it.
It's true.
So yeah. Next game.
So next game is a golf game. So go ahead. I'm gonna go make a sandwich,
dude. But it's Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2010 with Wii Motion Plus action.
Yeah.
So
what are you telling me? What are you telling me? Is
I'm
this
telling
a good
you
game?
I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
I'm saying so. Like when I originally played the first Tiger Woods golf game, when it came out on the Wii.
Yeah.
I kind of liked it. Remember, I gave
I
a really good
remember
review
that.
of it.
You liked that before.
This is a lot better, dude.
Because of the accuracy.
The accuracy of it. I mean, because one of those things, golf is like one of those games where I just kind of like, I'll just play 18 holes in like 20 minutes and I'll be like done. It's kind of one of those things that you can pick up, do something real quick. I don't know if there's online. If there isn't, there should be.
Yeah.
I should actually double check.
Yeah, because there's no timing critical elements. You can just let somebody play their own round. And you
I want to talk.
Because
that's what you do. You have some beers and you're like, hey, yeah, nice.
You want to talk? You know that you're on the Wii, right?
They have the Wii Speak. They got a Wii Speak. Somebody out there has it. If you have it,
I'll believe it when I actually see one in person. Like, this is like one of those things where it's like you can theoretically speak on the Wii, but
you have. I think you had to buy Animal Crossing, and like actually nobody bought that game.
Yeah.
Apparently, it didn't sell very well.
Animal Crossing is such a huge franchise.
But that's what people said. I was reading the report. So anyhow, but Tiger Woods, they basically took all of the best elements of Tiger Woods, which they add a lot of cool things. Where like you can do practice shots.
Oh, nice.
You can like hit it and like rewind. I don't know if they kept that, but you can do a bunch of other various things. And like now you can do things where you can do slices. So basically you're going like this and then hitting it and then you're kind of twisting a little. It's like bowling.
Like after you mean
no, as part of your
swing.
swing. And it actually recognizes it.
Nice.
And they also
the Wii Motion Plus is no joke. I mean that thing is good.
And I didn't have to calibrate it. I never had to recalibrate it. So that's a little weird to me, right? No, the first time. But
but still,
like
that's why would Wii Sports Resort be worse at it than that?
Maybe because of the variety. Because if you think about it, right, all you're doing is this.
Yeah.
And the other cool thing too during putting, again, you probably don't care, but it's like you can go like it recognizes your sensitivity. You're like this. Yeah. And you just hit like 2 feet. You're like this.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, that's what makes golf. That's what makes golf fun.
Yeah.
Like,
so
that's why I liked the kind of cartoony ones they made a while back. Was it Mario Golf?
Well, there was the one in Wii Sports Resort, or Wii Sports rather. That you played. Yeah.
But I mean, like the Mario Golf was crazy. That kind of felt like. Actually, you know what? That it reminds me.
They did have a Mario Golf, didn't they? Strikers.
Yeah. It was good.
Strikers. The other one.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Strikers was the soccer one.
The soccer one. Yeah.
But that actually reminds me. When I was playing Wii Sports Resort, I was playing the golf, and my wife was just like. Wow, they really fucking missed out on this one. If they had made like putt-putt mini golf or like some sort of fantastical golf with like weird...
Yeah.
It's a video game. It doesn't have to be a realistic golf course. Like put in fucking mountains. Like you have to bounce off the unicorn's asshole and go over here. Like there's other shit. Like it's a video game.
Dude, you gotta design a mini golf. I would love to see a mini golf. Like
you don't want to see what comes out of my brain in the mini golf. It would just be like be like the hole would be between Angelina Jolie's tits. You just like hole in one. She's like, I love you.
It's like the whole 18, like fucking goatsy.
Oh, yeah. One. Yeah, the guy's just like bent over, holding his ass apart. I would make a good golf game. I would make a fucking awesome golf game that would never be allowed to be sold in Walmart because it'd be illegal. So I'm just saying, like, they should add more fantasy. Like, make a Rainbow Road element of golf where it's just, like, I think that'd be more fun.
Well, what would you say if I told you it came with disc golf? Tiger Woods did.
What? If it came with what?
Disc golf.
Like the Frisbee thing?
Would you be more interested?
That's cool.
It's got it.
Like it came with
I believe,
game
the
that
game
was in Wii Sports Resort?
No. Well, but it's better. It's more realistic, and you get all other stuff. So.
That's cool. Yeah, no, that's
very
interesting.
So yeah, I mean, it's just a game, and if you like are on the, I mean, I think you should get Wii Sports Resort because for all the casual game people out there that come over, definitely do it. But this is worth it to me.
Cool.
Like for Tiger Woods, so I'm going to give it actually a really big thumbs up. Only kind of if you like golf games.
Well,
Maybe you
obviously.
might not like it.
I mean, the thing is once you have the Wii Motion Plus, you can still go rent Tiger Woods Golf, right? Like, you don't have to go buy it.
That's true. Yeah.
And they probably ship it. You can probably buy Tiger Woods Golf with the thing, too.
With and without, actually, yeah. So, but yeah, I remember you said you were saying, like, your brother and your mom, you like the Wii Sports golf.
Well, my mom
So
plays golf every day. I wouldn't be surprised
shit,
if, real golf.
Oh, real golf. Yeah, I'm like, wow, video game
My
golf
mom
is
has a
very
real
advanced.
life. She's old and shit.
Yes,
she
I
goes
understand.
outside. It's weird. I don't understand it.
It is
She's
very
gonna
odd.
get skin cancer.
But yeah, so like, I mean, I think when they come over, you should totally rent the Tiger Woods.
I will.
It's solid. It's a
I
very
will.
solid
When they come
game.
out for Christmas, I'll rent it and check
Absolutely.
it out. So you give it a thumbs up?
Absolutely, big thumbs up. And I wouldn't normally give that to a sports game.
I know.
So
That's true. So next up is Daxter on the PSP.
What year
Brand
did
new
this
game
come out?
came out this week, right?
came out this week, 2 years ago. I believe.
I just got a PSP, bitch!
So why do you play Daxter of all things?
So here's what I did: is I went and I looked at the listings. There's a couple listings online where they say top 10 best PSP games. I'm like, all right, I just got a PSP.
Yeah.
What do I need to get that I don't want to miss? And I was looking there, like they did Patapon, which I got tired of when I borrowed it from you.
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
They had a couple other ones that I tried, and I was like, So the two things I want to really try. So I got Daxter because I love Jak and Daxter 2.
It's true, and
Jak
apparently
Daxter
it's a good game. Yeah.
Wasn't so good.
Yeah.
And I also, it came with God of War, which I want to play through as well.
Cool.
Because
Okay.
I borrowed that from you, but I didn't really get into it because it wasn't my PSP.
Yeah.
I think that you kind of get more into something if you can you own it.
Sure.
So Daxter, man, this game
what's
is
it like?
the shit. It is a honest to God, it's like a Daxter. It's like Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter sort of platformer. So, but you play the sidekick only. It's like as if you played
like
Ratchet
Secret
and Clank
Agent,
and you were only
Clank. Yeah.
So what happens is Jak gets kidnapped in the beginning.
Well, isn't that exactly what happens in Secret Agent Clank?
It's every fucking game with a sidekick. Either you're with your sidekick or you get kidnapped and your sidekick has to come save
Sure,
you. Like,
all
it's
right.
every fucking game. But I mean, like, you go around, you're in this town, and for some reason you don't seem to mind too much that Jak is gone, so you just go out and find a job as an exterminator. So you're, like, going around just like...
It's like, finally I'm free!
Yeah, fuck that guy. So, it just...
That's funny.
It's really interesting, because it just kind of... It's got all the crack elements of platforming. It's got a lot of collection with
Is it
money.
3D?
Totally
back to the back?
3D.
Okay, awesome.
It has a good distance element. It
Okay,
doesn't have that
good.
kind of like I don't feel so claustrophobic like I've felt with these other games.
Mm-hmm.
And the controls feel really nice. And there's a lot of very clever puzzly stuff where like you're going in a large 3D environment
Mm-hmm.
and you have to like kind of jump off of trampolines or coast down
Oh,
from here to
nice,
here,
nice.
or like
And
jump
it's-
from wall to wall.
It's like tight, right? The
It's
controls
very tight.
Because even with the nub, that's always what bothers me about.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So like,
So even with the nub, I mean, the thing is it doesn't.
Wow.
It kind of avoids the pain of the nub. Like it doesn't. A lot of the stuff that requires coordination is being done by your other hand. So I mean, you're doing like timing for wall bounces, you're doing timing for combat.
and it doesn't matter what you do with the nub, basically.
Yeah, it's not so bad.
Okay,
It's
that's
not
good.
so bad. So
That's good.
I was actually very impressed. The combat's really fun and it has a nice progression of
Should I play it?
difficulty. I think you really should.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Because that's one that I've always missed out. Because when I was playing the PSP, they're like, "Dude, you gotta play Daxter. You gotta play Daxter." And for some reason, I never got around to it. So.
It's got all the things I like in these platforming games where it's like you've got personal exploration, you've got vehicles,
Yep.
so you're going around and like somebody's trying to get away from you, you're doing the vehicles, you have to learn the levels and do the jumps.
Gotcha.
and
Upgrades.
You're doing all the collection, you're buying
Basically,
shit.
like things that make a game into crack for Tobin,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm not gonna lie, like I know what is good, but I mean, there's a lot of shit platformers out there. I mean, to get the sheen on it is
It's
very
about
tough.
polish,
It's all
actually.
about polish. And it's
And,
all about correct level of progression. It's just like every hour gets a little bit tougher. The puzzles are always new. It's never repetitive. You
kind of
have
reuse
interesting-
different items from previous levels and all this other
That's right.
stuff. So cool. I'm
Very, very, very well done platformer.
maybe I'll bring it with me on my trip.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it was. I got it for $20. So I mean,
Wow.
the thing is now that these games have been out for a while, I can go and pick up all the really good PSP games without paying that much.
All right. So
And then, big thumbs up, big thumbs up. Go get this.
I will try it.
Yeah, give it a shot. I'll let you borrow my copy since you've been letting me borrow your
How
PSP
magnanimous
for
of you.
3
That's-
years. I'll let you borrow my game.
Why, thank you. I do
Yes.
appreciate the effort. Finally. So, but what's next on your list? Do you have other big PSP games?
The next big thing I really want to play is God of War.
God of War. Okay,
I'm
let's go through that.
kind of considering doing Crisis Core again.
Like starting over or finishing?
Yeah,
it?
starting over.
Was it really that good?
It was really good.
I got stuck where I was in town, and every time I went back, right, I'm like, what do I do?
Yeah,
and
no,
then
you got to do it in one shot. You got to
okay, because I love the missions. The missions were really cool part of it.
But I might just kind of wait for the new ones that are coming out, like the Dissidia, the new Kingdom Hearts that are coming out. So I mean, there's like
which one is the Kingdom Hearts? Is it 356?
I don't even remember, dude.
We saw numbers.
I think it was the 356 divided by 2
times 5.8.
Yeah. Minus 4
times pi.
Yeah. So it's god awful Square Enix naming thing, but yeah, there's a couple. There's a couple good.
I think that's Birth by Sleep.
Birth by Sleep. Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Birth by Sleep was a DS one.
Oh, fuck.
I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
Which one's the PS3 one?
Yeah. Well. Oh
wait.
Fucking Square Enix dicked over the PS3
Bastards.
users yet again because apparently that's too hard.
Yeah. There's a ton. Actually, there's a ton.
There's that.
Yeah.
There's God of War. There's that. I want to try Luminous, which you really said was very good.
And definitely try Luminous 2 before you do that one because I really like 2 too.
And if you guys have any PSP games that you feel were like your favorite games, let me know through feedback or voicemail.
I know you don't like turn-based strategy that much.
I do not.
But there's one. You liked Advance Wars though, didn't you? A little bit. Remember the DS Advance Wars was kind of cartoony. And
that's okay.
It was like simpler, right? So there's one called Field Commander.
Yeah.
I liked a lot actually, so it's good. But anyhow,
I will check that out. So yeah, it's fun to have a new console. It's kind of like breaking into a new world where it's like all these things that I've not had.
Now you know. So you'll buy every single new console that comes up unless
I usually do. Yeah, I usually buy every new console.
I don't know why you didn't buy the PSP. That was so weird.
There's nothing on it. There's still we're talking about oh man, now that you get this PSP, there's 2 or 3 awesome games you got to play.
Oh, by now there's about 4 or 5 at least.
It was like us for the first year of the PS3. People should I buy one? I'm like,
dude, even the 360. Remember, it was like, wow, Cameo was fun. What's next?
Nothing.
Until Crackdown,
yeah,
basically.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, I mean, so every game, every console, it's just that the PSP's taken a lot longer to get going.
But now it's looking good. Actually, this Christmas is looking pretty awesome,
Absolutely.
So last game.
Last game, we should probably go relatively quickly. So this is Bookworm Adventures by who?
By PopCap.
Didn't you go
PopCap? I love you, PopCap. I should be like, where's my fix, PopCap? I got $5. Just let me
play something addictive. For the love of God, I'll suck your dick. All right, so what's this game about?
You know what's hilarious was that whatchamacallit, the guys actually watched the review, right, of
Peggle?
of Zombies vs. Zombies.
Of Plants vs. Zombies.
Plants vs. Zombies, right. Yeah, Zombies vs. Zombies. That would be a great game!
Yeah. So they watched it?
Brain. Well, yeah, apparently they watched it and they're like, yeah, we really liked the review, but it was a little coarse.
Coarse! I like that. We're just saying, this game's fucking great, fuckity shit, fuck.
Awesome.
So yeah, we have filthy mouths, and that's why we will never be on television.
No. But Bookworm Adventures Volume 2, so this is a sequel to the original one. They didn't add too much different.
Okay. So you played the first one.
The first one, and I loved it. So the idea behind this game is a word matching game. So, are there any other games you played like this?
Scrabble.
Scrabble, okay.
Because it's Scrabble.
It's
Scrabble. A flat-out Scrabble ripoff.
Dude, no, it's Scrabble with Final Fantasy.
With level-ups.
Yeah, with level-ups and it's RPG elements, so, it's got that. So anyhow, so you get a, 4x4 grid of letters, and what you do is you got to make a word out of them.
Yes.
And what's cool is the longer word you make, the more damage you do, and it's all just fighting. So you fight some guy, and then you fight the next guy.
So you come up, and there'll be like a chicken, and then you're just like, all right, chicken, check this out. You're like, TAINT. Well, bam! Taint to the face, bitch! And then it's just like chicken, turns into a fried chicken or something.
Right.
So.
And what's cool is the chicken also has special attacks. So it's back and forth. So you basically attack with words, like taint. Right. And then they attack with their thing where they slice you, and you just have hearts. So obviously, if they kill you, then you start over.
And you have health potions. You have power ups.
And the power ups are pretty awesome. Yeah. So some of the power ups that let you do is if you spell an adjective, you do more damage,
which is pretty sweet.
Which is pretty awesome.
Where it's like you actually have to know what an adjective is.
Exactly. It's just like, oh, I'm going to do like an adverb. It's just I'm going to add ly to the end. So it actually helps if you know English.
Yes,
a bit.
Which kind of puts a lot of people that comment on YouTube out of the running.
Pretty much, for the most part.
You are fagzors. You're like, how did you spell the word you wrong? Really? You goddamn mouth breather.
I'm really curious what the localization for Britain will be for this game at some point. But
you're like, oh, I can't spell color. There's no U. I need 7 more U's.
But yeah,
you know what? We've gotten comments. Seriously, I swear to God, we've gotten people that are like, I'm unsubscribing because you guys were making fun of the British. It's like,
really?
Fine. We don't don't need you. We don't need people with no sense of humor. It's fucking hilarious, man. We got a bunch of British people that make fun of us all the time. They're like, you can't say aluminium.
We can't.
We can't.
We say
they're like,
aluminium.
oh, you say herb, but we say herb because there's an H in it. I'm like, you don't say knife, bitch. Fuck off.
That's true.
So it's fun. It's fun to
hilarious.
Joke around.
Yes, and if
so
you don't have a sense of humor,
unsubscribing because you don't have a sense of humor, then eat my penis.
Yes, but Bookworm Adventures, like I just, wrapping it up. It's got all these great RPG elements.
Yeah.
It's really addictive. It
Yeah.
gets fucking hard because basically some of the tiles are all letters for the most part, but then they start adding fucking one letter is QU.
Yeah.
How many? Do you know how many
Or
words?
they'll start locking them down.
Yeah.
Quaint.
Quaint.
Quick.
Quiet.
Quiet.
Quizzle.
Quaint.
Quijibo.
Quick. So yeah, it's very cool how that kind of
Yes.
ramps up. And what's nice is that I'm actually not really very good at Scrabble. I've never liked this.
Oh, so you were like a little.
So
iffy
I
on
was
this?
playing. I was like, this is a good game. I'm not really digging it. But over my shoulder, my wife, who loves Scrabble,
Yeah.
was sitting there. She's just like, theology, scrantacular. She's just like,
Supercalifragilistic.
that's not a word. And I click it in. It's like, damn it, woman. So people that like Scrabble, people that like putting like kind of word puzzles.
Yeah, I think it's I mean, it goes to that, and they really got all the elements right. And if you like RPG elements,
It's
that's
pop
even
caps.
it's
I
better.
mean,
It's
they
pop-
made it like you're just like, oh, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, you spell the word like ass, and they're like, great job!
Yeah, well done.
Woo!
You
With flashes.
just killed a donkey.
So it's great, and they every level is based off different books. So Alice in Wonderland,
Yep.
first, real good theming. Anyhow, awesome stuff. It's
Yeah,
on
it's good
PC and. PC and what's the other one? Is that
on
it?
360?
I think it's, no, because it's all mouse based. I think it's all PC.
So if you like these kind of Scrabble games, if you don't like, basically, I mean, literally, this game is just looking at a shitload of letters and making words. So if you don't find that fun, like I don't really find that fun,
Yeah,
skip it. It's not for you.
But I
the game
love
is
it.
It's very well done.
yeah, it's perfect for me. So
So my goodness, did we talk a lot? So
yes, we did. But that's okay because
that
there ain't
doesn't matter.
shit
Yeah,
coming
exactly.
out.
Who gives a shit? Because next week there ain't dick.
So the first one out is Fallout 3 Mothership Zeta.
Yes, this is the biggest news. This is actually like significant news for people that like Fallout.
And it's not only huge, dude. I heard it's the last one. So there's no more DLC after this until
No kidding.
the separate disc that they're selling, Fallout 3 New Vegas, which I am all over.
So why
So-
aren't they just making that in DLC? Because they can charge you more.
Probably. Well, you think about it, right? There's a certain point at some point where you're going to be like, okay,
like,
I need to charge $60 and put
Right,
this in a
because
store.
we've
right?
got a shitload of developers working 24/7 on
Yes.
this. I
Can
mean,
you
like they have
imagine
a
how much
lot of
money
dudes
they're
at
making,
Bethesda.
though, dude?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
A lot.
Because it's a good game. But so the thing is, like, I'm very sad that all of this DLC is coming out because I got fucked. Right, I played it on PS3.
Yes.
because I went to Blockbuster. and I'm like, oh, let me figure out which one.
Right,
I
right, yeah,
PS3,
yeah.
I played on PS3. None of this shit is coming out, or like I think like half of it has come out so far. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, it's all coming to 360.
Which is I don't understand. So Bethesda, I don't know what.
Yeah, I
the
mean, the
deal
content's
is.
there. You'd think that you've already figured the engine out if you ported it to PS3. So, I mean,
Yeah.
like, is it really that much? Well, now, obviously, you guys know what you're doing because it would be more free money, but it just
Yes.
kind of sucks that they're not putting it on the PS3.
Exactly. So I have not tried any of the DLC, and I kind of want to restart actually on PC, probably. So, but I don't want to restart the whole game.
Yeah.
Especially with the fall coming out.
Right.
So maybe after December I'll start, but then
Yeah.
since all the big games are being pushed out, who knows?
Right. But it's
We'll
very,
see.
very cool that they keep releasing more content. If you're a big Fallout fan, you've been playing on the 360 or the PC. It's not still on.
The only thing I saw was 360, but it could on PC. Look it up. But yeah, it's and the thing is, like, value-wise, the number of hours you get for the dollars you spend, it's generally pretty good.
So go pick this up. You want to support Bethesda for what they're doing. Like, this is very cool to continue to add DLC to games, as opposed to what Valve did, which is when they promised, they're like, oh, buy Left 4 Dead. Every
Yes.
month you're going to get new DLC. And they're like, well, kind of. Actually, new DLC is a new full-price game. How about that? Bitch! So-
But to their credit, like last week or a few days ago, they did announce a new map for Left 4 Dead 1.
Yeah.
So
So they're still doing
they're still kind
this
of
much
doing
stuff.
it. But dude, I was actually looking at all the stuff that's coming out for Left 4 Dead 2, and like the more stuff they talk about, I'm like, I'll buy it for $60. You know what I mean? Because they do add a lot. I mean, it is.
No, they definitely add a lot. I'm just saying that it's more that it's kind of dickish that they
I-
instead of doing DLC like they said they were going to, they just went on to a whole new game.
But you know, it's just like there's so much goodwill with Valve, considering all the stuff they did for Team Fortress.
Yeah.
That I'm a little pissed off, but I'm like,
Oh, dude,
Okay.
Valve could rape my mom in front of me, and I would buy episode 3. Like, I would seriously be like, that was really mean.
yeah, fuck you.
I hate
But
you so
okay.
much, but I will still buy episode 3 of Half-Life.
That is bold words, sir.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they did to me. Like, they have that much. I mean, like, Portal 2.
Whatever.
Point two, they could be raping me while I'm buying them. Like, stop it! I need to give you money. Ow! Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You're right. It is true.
matter.
It's very true. So, Valve, fuck you, but okay.
But we still love you very much.
Stop it. I love you.
Oh, God. I'm sure I deserve this.
I wish somebody at Valve would watch this so they would like put us, give us a little loving.
All we're doing is shitting on them. They're not going to watch this. No, actually, we said we love you.
Yes, we do. We did. Don't hurt us.
Yeah, please, oh God. So the next up is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Turtles in Time Reshelled. So this is a reskinning,
imagining of the first one, right?
Yeah.
Turtles in Time, but it's Turtles in Time, not the one that was released on Xbox Live Arcade a while back,
which was the arcade one.
Which is the arcade version. Yeah.
It's getting bad buzz.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I'm probably going to play it because we haven't gotten anything else to do this week, so I'm still going to check it out.
I'm going to do the trial, dude.
Yeah, I'll do the trial because people are saying I'm hearing like I watch you guys on Twitter. There's a lot of you guys that follow us on Twitter. I watch it and people are just like, Turtles in Time. I don't like the artwork. I don't like the feel of it. I feel like my childhood's been destroyed. I mean, people were saying some bad stuff.
Yeah, Veritas really didn't like it.
Yeah.
And a couple other people that were reading my just like.
So we'll try it out, but it's getting some bad buzz. So I mean, let us know what you guys think. If you guys really like it or not. I mean, we'll review it next week.
Absolutely. And always, even if you know the game's going to be awesome, because we got fucked. Like, remember Galaga Legions?
Yes.
Try the trial first.
Try it
please.
first. There's very few games you should buy without trying the trial.
Yes, and I wish there was a trial of this, but unfortunately there's not.
Yes, so next up is Sexy Poker.
Oh, yeah, Sexy Poker on the Wii.
Hey, is there nudity?
No.
Fuck this game. Who gives a shit?
Dude, it's extra sexy. Anime.
You know what else is extra sexy?
What's that?
Porn on the internet.
That's true.
It's free.
And you don't even have to work at it. You don't have to win hands to get it.
You just go to porn. Type in porn.
Pretty much, yeah.
There's just piles of boobies on your face.
Actually, have you heard about the video thing in Bing?
No.
Holy dude! Seriously?
The search engine Bing?
Well, so again, like apparently the video, you can do video search, right? And it shows you a bunch of videos.
Yeah.
And when you mouse over them, they just start playing.
Yeah.
So if you turn off moderate safe search, right? And basically once you turn a moderate safe search off, you type in like puppies and kittens, whatever, right?
And it's
basically
like goat-see.
porn, basically. Yeah. And also you're like mousing over. It's like,
like the sound plays too?
Yeah. I was at work and I'm like. Because the Twitter was like, just turn off moderate safe search and search for something. I'm like, okay. Holy shit! Bad news. But anyhow, so that's a lot easier than Sexy Poker. We saw the video. Hopefully we'll throw a video up this.
We'll throw a video for Sexy Poker, so...
yeah, it's anime.
Whatever.
It's anime, which is even worse.
With a bunch of shitty goddamn girls in lingerie. Who gives a shit?
WiiWare.
Don't care. It's shovelware. Next up is SingStar.
Okay, I hate SingStar.
Yes.
SingStar is the worst karaoke style game. I like Karaoke Revolution a lot.
You know what's really good?
Rock Band. It is. But I really like Queen.
I love
Queen is badass. Like it's one of, I listened to so much when I was in high school, and I was really sad when he died. Whatever.
Well, you know what's funny is I listen to a lot of Queen. Like I know a lot of Queen.
Yeah.
To this day, probably once a year, I'll be listening to classic rock and some song will come on. I'm like, yeah, I love this song. They're like, that was blah, blah, blah by Queen. I'm like, no fucking way was that
dude.
Queen.
Yeah, they have like
this. It still happens to me. Like they'll do classic rock, like Fat Bottom Girls. I didn't know that was Queen until 2 years ago. Yeah, because why is he singing about Fat Bottom Girls when he likes the penis in his mouth?
He likes fag hags, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're
I'm just saying,
right?
I'm just saying that doesn't sound like Queen. Like they've got a very
so when I say I listen to Queen, I had every single album.
So I heard all this shit.
Apparently like they had all this like religious stuff. Like there's all these like they did gospel. Like one album was like almost all gospel, and I'm like listening to this, I'm like, wow. Did you know that religious people don't like you so much? I mean, generally speaking,
the Church of Dong. That's where he worships.
So anyhow, I love Queen. PS3 and PS2. We'll see.
Yeah, no, we won't. So next up is Daisy Fuentes Pilates.
I'm going to play SingStar Queen before I play this shit.
Yeah, I will too.
Why'd you put this on there?
I don't know. There's no reason for this.
Yeah.
We're just going to mention this in passing. Daisy Fuentes Pilates, don't buy it. It looks like bullshit.
Yeah.
It's a video of her doing Pilates. Seriously, you buy a Pilates DVD if you want to do Pilates, because basically they're just like, hold the Wiimote while you're doing these extremely difficult Pilates moves.
Absolutely. And it's Daisy Fuentes. Like, who actually knows who Daisy Fuentes is at this moment?
You had to have basically watched this MTV back when
we were
15.
15, basically.
Yeah,
And
so-
she was hot back then, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't give matter. So next up, donation thanks. So we have some donation thanks. So first up is, you guys may have noticed at the very beginning of the episode, we said this episode brought to you by Fortex.
Yes.
Why do we say that?
Because Fortex was very generous.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your generous donation.
Yep. I mean,
It was
like
awesome.
when you guys you guys give. Anything you guys give, we really appreciate. But sometimes you guys go above and beyond, and we wanted to like reach out and say, "You made this episode possible." I mean, like everything that we needed for this episode, you bought with your donation. So,
Absolutely. And I was a little worried because like we have a lot of PAX expenses coming up.
Yes.
So we're looking at our budget. And I'm like, how much pizza are we gonna be able to buy and all this stuff?
Yeah.
Like, no worries at this point. So
no, that's
thank you very much.
And like we said, we are going to buy everybody free pizza at PAX. We're going to do all this other stuff. Like we pay for all these things with your donations.
Absolutely.
This new camera, whatever. Next up is Viara.
Viara. So she was also very generous.
Very
so thank
generous.
you very much, Viara. Dude, she's the one girl who made the T-shirt. Do you remember?
Which one?
The one with
With her wearing
Yeah.
the shirt? That was kind of made me a little tingly in my happy bits.
It was yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah, what's up, baby? Thank you very much. So thank you very much for
Thank
your
you.
generous donation of cash and my erection. So next
Thank you. So we're talking
Next
next
up-
up PAX.
So
Yes. Dude, we have a lot of stuff.
I don't know if you guys know this, but we're going to PAX this year.
Yeah,
Penny
and
Arcade
it's-
Expo.
By the time you see this, it will be about almost
3 weeks.
3 weeks away.
3 weeks away. So PAX is going to be the shit. Everyone you guys know from the NooBTooB forums will be there. Everybody will be there. We'll have a good time. We'll play video games. We're going to
Awesome
give
stuff.
shit away.
We're gonna have a lot of different events. We're gonna beat Kickle. It'll be
Totally
some
be
awesome
cool.
stuff. And
we may or may not have a PSP to give away. So we're getting some
Maybe.
prizes now. Like
Oh,
we're
yeah?
actually kind of building up
You
a
serious?
backlog. Oh yeah, I might be giving away a
wow.
PSP.
And we also have a bunch of games too.
Yes.
And T-shirts and some other stuff. So,
So buy your shirts now. Go to NooBTooB.com. Look there on the right-hand side, and there is all the link to the Zazzle store with the
yes.
shirts.
Mhm. And there's a bunch of other shirts if you want. Because the thing is, we recommend if you buy the Invasion shirt,
Yep.
don't wear all 3 days, please. Just if
Buy
you do,
3 of them.
But one of the things I want to put the buttons on the store so
Yep.
that we want to have like buttons so you can identify yourselves. Because like the awesome thing is you'll be walking around PAX. There's gonna be 60,000 people there,
Yeah.
and you want to know who's NooBTooB. So you can say like, "Dude, you watch the show," and then
Yeah.
you can basically make a lot of friends. It's gonna be awesome.
Absolutely. So if you don't get a T-shirt, you get a button, whatever. The point is, even if you buy a T-shirt from Walmart and write fucking NooBTooB and Sharpie,
Like Gabe
just-
Shark did.
yeah, just identify yourself as a NooBToob. We're not trying to
Yeah.
make money. We're trying to give you guys a way to tag yourself because it is so fucking cool to be walking around and
Oh, I
seeing
know.
NooBToob kids everywhere.
Oh, I know.
Like,
It was-
you're all one community.
Absolutely, and there was like 30 or 40 people last time, and like we're expecting probably at least 100.
At least
so.
100 this year.
We also have a couple other things. We have a challenge which we're
do.
going to play.
We may be playing. I
Yes.
just realized that I forgot to cue that up.
It's quite all right. But so basically, we have a challenge. So a lot of people have been asking Tobin to play various games. We had a challenge from
There it is. So here we go. Here's Lucian.
Hey, this is Lucian here with my final offer. If both Tobin and Yuzo beat Ninja Bread Man, I will let every NooBTooB member who is attending PAX shave one little section of my head until it is all gone. What do you say to that, bitches? Huh? Huh? Now!
You're
You're on, bitch. That's it. That's
it. We're taking it. All right. So Yuz and I are both we're going to beat Ninja Bread Man.
We're gonna record it.
We'll record ourselves beating it. We'll play it up before the show on Sunday. You
Yes.
guys need to stick around. On Sunday, we're going to get a pair of clippers. We're going to shave Lucian's head.
There's going to be a line.
And everybody gets to hop in and shave a little bit of his head. Thank you, Lucian.
you
We
are
appreciate
on,
it.
bitch.
We appreciate
you
it.
are
You're
on for the
You're
entertainment.
totally on. And then last up, also on Sunday.
Yeah.
So Friday what's Friday?
So Friday we got Kickle.
Friday we got Kickle. We're going
Beating
to all
Kickle.
meet up in the retro room. We're going to play Kickle. We're going to beat it all together. We're going to eat free pizza.
It's going to be awesome.
Saturday, we're all going to go to GameWorks.
Yes, and basically play all sorts of games, have a bunch of little competitions.
And then
It's
we're
gonna
going to
be
go to a
awesome.
bar afterwards. Those of you that are legal to drink.
Yes.
So everybody's going to hang out on Saturday. Sunday,
Yeah.
a lot of kids go home, so it's going to be a little bit more chill, but we're going to do a bunch of events. So we're going to do Shave Lucian's Head.
Yep.
We're going to do a featurette.
Featurette. So we're not really sure exactly what the structure will be, but
Right.
we'll basically maybe talk about PAX a little bit, have some question and answer or whatever.
Yeah,
We'll
we're going
figure
to
it out.
let you guys ask questions. We're going to talk about what our favorite games were. We're going to let you guys vote on what your favorite things you saw were. Basically, we're going to involve everyone that showed up in a featurette, which we're going to play on the show. So
Yeah.
stick around for that. We'll all coordinate that.
And actually, Lucy was thinking of doing some sort of cage match, some sort of like trivia competition or something.
That's
So that
awesome.
might also
Yeah,
work
like
too,
live
so.
trivia competition.
And then we'll also do photo shoots. So don't forget
Photo
that.
shoot, yeah. So if you guys hang out afterwards, we'll get a shot of all the NooBToobers together. We'll post that all up on the site.
It'll be
so Google Penny Arcade Expo. If you don't know what we're talking about, buy your tickets right now. It's getting really, really close. You need to come. It'll be worth it, I promise.
If they're not, by the time you watch it, if they're not sold out now, they will be in about a few days.
Yes, so get in now. So next up, in terms of online invasions, we haven't talked about this for a while.
Yeah.
So the Bugaboo coordinates
the
these online invasions where we go and we take a 2-week free trial for an online MMO, and we all hop on and play. So what's going on?
So this month we have EVE Online, finally. So this is the one that, Tobin, you were talking about.
We've
It's the
been
one
talking
with the,
shit.
Dude, the difficulty level of this is apparently the ramping is supposed to be crazy,
Yes.
but from what I hear online, what the people on the forums threads are saying is like get it off Steam for a 3-week trial. It's supposed to do a 2-week trial.
Well.
So it's free. So start it. It's already started by the time you get this. We're
So
gonna have a big,
so it started on August 7th, which was last Friday. If you're watching this on Sunday or Monday, it was last Friday. So get in right now.
Yeah.
So the Bugaboo, thank you for coordinating this. Go hop in and play EVE Online. Go to the forums and find out what everybody else's names are.
Yep.
We can make a corporation. We can hop in. I mean, I haven't played EVE Online, but I know that there's a lot of shit we can do. And we can do a lot of damage in 3 weeks.
I hope so.
So hop on and play.
And last up, we have an NooBTooB Toronto meetup. So this is right before PAX. Game Shark is setting it up in Toronto at the Toronto Fan Expo.
Yes.
When is it?
We have a lot of Canadians that watch this show. So August 29th.
Yes.
August 29th at the Toronto Fan Expo in Toronto.
And there's some instructions on the forum, but basically it's in front of a...
So basically what happens is at noon on August 29th, everybody go to Union Station in Toronto and meet up in front of the Cinnabon, which is hilarious. So
that's awesome. That feels like almost like a 2600 meeting.
It does. It feels seriously like 2600 meetings, which you guys don't know what they are.
No,
so,
we don't. Okay.
Get your Cinna on at the Cinnabon. So, last one is...
that would be it. Yes, each week we'd like to feature the NooBTooB Army on the show. If you have a video with a question, a funny story, or request, please call in.
Yep, and you can contact us toll-free at 888-233-8480 or send your files to feedback@NooBToob.com. Also, be sure to post video responses on our YouTube channel.
Yes, please keep videos under a minute if you want to be featured on the show.
Holla! And don't forget the yow. Bitch. So first up is Bailey McRae. Now, this is awesome. So the backstory is...
Turn back.
A couple weeks ago, he called in. He had a question. I forget what it was about, but he's got a German accent. I'm like, dude, you sound like the dude from The Dig.
You do.
And so he said, O-R-L-Y. So, here we go.
Hey Tobin, hey Yuzo, it's Bailey McRae again. As you might remember, a few episodes ago I sent in a video and Tobin claimed that my voice would sound exactly like the voice of the German scientist in the game The Dig. So I promised to make a comparison video. Let's take a look.
This is a pretty desolate place. Whoever once lived here, I think they are long since gone. This is a pretty desolate place.
Whoever once lived here, I think they are long since gone.
I don't think we'll be able to climb these walls.
I learned that sometimes the best way down is up.
And sometimes the best way up is down. So, there it is. What do you think? In my opinion, it's not necessarily the voice that sounds alike, but rather the German accent. But anyway, I'm glad that Tobin noticed. I hope I can do many future videos for NooBTooB. See you all soon. Bye. Yow.
That's totally exactly.
Totally sounds like him.
I work with tons of Germans. They all have wacky different accents, dude.
He has the exact same cadence.
He does.
It is.
Yeah.
Like the delivery is very similar. So thank you for doing this. It was so cool that you went out and you got the footage and did the comparison. Well done, dude. That was awesome, and you totally sound like that guy.
Totally.
And I hope that your arm is okay after being sawn off with that jawbone.
Yeah.
So
condolences.
Yeah. So next up is Mario54671. He's a little. He seems angry.
A little bit.
You like that? You like that? Oh, too bad. I was gonna smash it, but seeing as Tobin will not read the rest of the Harry Potter books, instead he will only read the crappy first, second. Well, they're not crappy, but you know, compared to the other ones, they're crappy. How can you not finish the series? That's so stupid. You can play Ninja Bread Man, but you can't read Harry Potter? What? And Yuzo, you can play Rooktown High, but you can't play Super Mario Galaxy and finish it? Well, you did play it, but you didn't finish it! That's pathetic! I'm not even asking you for a favor. I'm doing you a favor by putting joy in your life. Spend some quality time with Mario and Rosalina. Damn it!
Spending some time with Rosalina.
That's right, Mario.
What?
Fuck that.
What?
Woo.
So yeah, what's up, Yuzo? Why haven't you beaten that yet?
Why haven't you read the other books? They're so awesome, dude.
Words.
We're
talking about video games. This is not a Harry Potter podcast.
I'm just
we need
Harry
to talk
Potter
a little
games.
bit about why you haven't finished Mario Galaxy and why you're making Mario cry.
I'm telling you, dude, you are missing out. This is just this joy that you are missing out in your life because you've only read the subpar Harry Potter books.
Yeah, but this would be as if I had read the first 7 books and then stopped 50 pages from the end.
No. That's exactly what it's like.
That's what I'm saying with you and Mario Galaxy. You're
I'm
like 50
like
pages
4 stars away.
So finish the fucking game! You whore.
You cheated. You didn't even finish all 25 stars. Anyway, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. But yeah, you've got a point, Mario.
You're right.
We suck.
Someday.
So next up, we have Digital Love. Digital Love.
Hey, what's up, Tobin and Yuzo? This is Mousy and CK coming at you live from the Homemade Studio. Question. What is the most time you've put into a game? The most hours? Overall? Past, present? Anything? Me personally, it's been Final Fantasy VII. I've clocked in almost 130 hours, 140 hours. Oblivion is getting close to that. You?
Burnout Paradise, about 110.
So, yeah. What's the most time you put into a game? I'm curious. I gotta know. Till next time, yow.
Yow!
Nice.
I was very distracted by that enormous television, by the way.
That television was probably...
My jealousy is enormous.
Mine is not.
Yeah, your TV's huge. Yes.
Mine might be bigger.
Bitch.
We don't know. But anyhow, longest game.
Longest game. So
not counting MMOs because that doesn't count because it would be probably EverQuest for me.
It kind of counts. Like
well,
you were at EverQuest.
Yeah.
Or were you WoW?
It was both, but EverQuest I played for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. So EverQuest, you were fucking nutso.
Yeah. But like, what's I don't know. Like, what's like a non-MMO game? Because that's probably more interesting.
I mean, for me, I would have to say that Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy X, and Final Fantasy X2.
Really?
All 3 of those, I put in easily 100 hours each.
Really?
Easily.
Wow. How much did you put in Dragon Quest? I know that was a long game too.
Which one? Dragon
Quest?
The
8, I think, the last one.
I put in a bunch. I didn't beat it.
Oh, okay,
I didn't beat it. But I mean, all this. I mean, basically, if you look at all the games I've played, there's a lot of games out that I've beaten that are like 30 hours. Mm-hmm. They're good. They're really good games. But generally speaking, the really good RPGs.
Yeah.
If you beat those, you're looking at like 70 hours.
And those are completionist, right?
Yeah.
That you're going to be doing. So for me, like I'm not big on finishing games and all this other stuff. Right? Although I do, I finish a lot of them. But no, like the games that I tend to spend a lot of time are games where I can like develop my own skills. So I'm thinking between either Call of Duty 4 or Battlefield 2. Yep. Battlefield 2 probably wins because I played that game for almost like 2 years.
Yeah, you were playing that forever.
Right?
You're like, dude, you got to get in this. Like you were playing with your brother every weekend.
So you're like 6 to 12 every week.
Yeah.
For every day, of the week for like long periods of time. So that game, 200 or 300 hours easily, right? Wow. I mean, like 6 hours a day, right?
Yeah.
That's
well, actually, now that I think about it, so my entire senior year of college, I played Counter-Strike probably 10 hours a week, easy.
Really?
Maybe more like 40.
That's senior year.
I played a
Who
shitload
cares?
of Counter-Strike, and my so the 2 games
That's
that I got
like 300 or
obsessed
400
with.
hours then, right?
Yeah. The games I got obsessed with. My senior year, I got obsessed with Counter-Strike. Uh-huh. My freshman year, I got obsessed with LMCTF. The Quake.
Oh yeah. But that was so big.
A lot of that. I played so much of that.
Yeah.
So first-person shooters and RPGs tend to suck up the most time.
And I don't think we'll be able to do that really anymore, especially considering we do play 5 games a week. Yes. So we kind of have to avoid that.
Probably. I'm going to play this because we don't have much time left, so I'm going to see how much ranting you can get in the last 5 minutes.
Hey, what's up, NooBTooB? So did you guys hear Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is going to be ported to the Wii by Treyarch, the guys who made World at War, and not a lot's known, but Call of Duty 4 on Wii, sounds weird. What do you guys think? Oh, this is DJ Pow. Yow.
What the fuck? I mean, seriously!
So you're digging that? Are you happy?
I'm not going to play it, so I don't really care that much.
Company, right?
Listen,
Treyarch...
Make
all the good games you like.
Listen, I blame Activision. Treyarch, they're probably like they're told what to do by Activision for the most part.
Right.
But what the fuck, dude? Call of Duty 4, number one, it's like almost 2 years old now.
Right.
It's on the Wii, so you know it's gonna suck. Did you ever play that Call of Duty on the Wii when it first? Didn't it fucking suck balls?
It was so bad.
And it probably was made by Treyarch. If it wasn't, then who knows? But I'm pretty sure it was.
What was that FPS that I just played that was all right? The one where it was the Templar. No, the one where you were fighting all the aliens.
Conduit.
Conduit.
Yeah, it was okay. Right.
I mean, like, it's possible to not fuck it up. If you play that old Call of Duty, that was horseshit. That was fucking terrible.
And that's the thing.
Hopefully they learned something in the last 2 years and not make it absolute dog anus terrible.
That is what's going to happen with this game.
Yeah,
I can swear by it, because the thing is, like, they're going to say it's a cash-in. Call of Duty 4 sold millions of copies, so maybe we'll get a few people hearing about it. Like, yeah, Call of Duty was great.
Yeah, I heard that was all right.
I heard it was all right, so I'm going to buy it on the Wii, and it's going to be shit.
It's going to be so bad.
But hey, Modern Warfare 2 is coming out, and going to wipe that name off entirely. So.
All right, so you feel better because the show's over.
Yes, I feel
all right,
better.
cleanse yourself. Deep breaths. Namaste.
Somebody's been doing some yoga.
No, I haven't. Yes, I have. 20-year-old Tobin hates me.
Yes.
So that's it.
All right, that's our show for the week. Please check out our website at NooBTooB.com and participate in our forums by clicking on the community tab at the top of the page.
And if you're watching this video on YouTube, there's a subscription button right over here. Also, rate this video with 5 stars by touching my leg. That's all for this episode. I'm Tobin Kozier.
And I'm Yuzo Watanabe, and the audio engineering is done by Range Stewed Pork Lover Strunk. That's all for this episode. I'm Yuzo Watanabe.
And I'm Tobin Kozier, and we're out.
Yeah.
Yeah.